Hey guys, Debbie OMAD here. Remember me? um, so my name's Debbie OMAD. I've been doing intermittent fasting and OMAD for just about a year and 2 months, I guess. Started at 210 pounds. And the journey has been an interesting one. I've made videos all along the way. Every week, I think I missed like 2 weeks in the whole year, maybe three, the whole year. So if you want to follow along, there's plenty of videos in which you can do so. Um, they're all on my channel, Debbie Omid. So subscribe right now down there so you don't forget. And like, of course, hit the like button. My hair's doing all kinds of funky things today. So anyway, I documented the whole process. Like I said, I started at 210 pounds. I had severe high blood pressure to the point that my doctor told me if you don't get your act together, you're not going to be here. So it was in the stroke zone, as she put it. So I had to make some serious long-term changes. And if you go back, way back, and the first video I did, you'll see that I was talking about that I had done yo-yo dieting. I had tried every fad diet on the sun. I tried the moderation thing. I tried Atkins, um, uh, keto, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystems, all of them, all of them. And I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but I even took what is it called, fen, those pills that used to be available to speed up your metabolism and give you energy. And I didn't do myself any favors by doing that. So over the course of time, um, in years gone by, I had managed to lose some weight here and there, but invariably, I always ended up gaining everything I lost plus some. There was always a plus some. It was never just gaining back what you lost. It was always I gained back what I lost, and let's add 30 more to that. And it was just an ongoing cycle that didn't seem to end. And I was a little more than a little frustrated because at 210 pounds when you're 5'2", that's a big girl, right? So uh, after the doctor's appointment, it became very, very evident to me that I needed to get serious. And my goal was to find something that I could sustain for the rest of my life. I'm 57. I'll be 58 in a couple of months. And, so I'm not a kid. My metabolism, as we know, supposedly slows down as you get older. And I say supposedly because with fasting, that's not necessarily true. But generally speaking, it does. It slows down. So I did so much. Oh my gosh, I spent so much time trying to figure out what would work for me. And that has to be your mantra. If you're sitting in a position where you know you need to lose weight, you know you need to get healthy, you know that you're not getting any younger, time is flying by, people. It's flying by. And the scariest thing for me was that I would no longer be here for my family. Or, and this was even scarier in my opinion, I would be here, but I wouldn't be able to take care of myself. That I would become a burden on my family or on my children. And that terrified me. I mean, literally terrified me. So, long story short, after all my research and trying to figure out what I can do, what I could do long term, I stumbled upon fasting, intermittent fasting. It was just starting to get really popular online, and there was a lot of information. So I spent hours and hours and hours researching it and decided to give it a shot. So I started slow. I started doing 12-hour fasts with a 12-hour eating window. And then I was comfortable with that. I could do that. And by 12-hour eating window, I didn't mean that I could eat 12 hours in a row. It just meant within that time frame, I was allowed to have a couple of meals. Um, and I just bumped that up gradually. And when I say gradually, I mean like every week or 2 weeks, I would increase it. So I got to the point that I was doing 20 hours a week, which they call, or 20 hours a day, excuse me, fasting with a 4-hour eating window, and that was called Warrior, the Warrior Diet. So if you've ever heard of that, that's what that is. But I found that I was only eating one meal in that 4 hours, right? So I decided to just go for it and do OMAD. And that's what I've been doing for, I would say, 80% of the last year, thereabouts. So today is weigh in Sunday, and I am down to 144, which is great, but is not great, but is great. I sound like a psycho, right? But many of you know I had gotten down to 139, you guys, 130 or 138 even. And then this whole quarantine thing happened. And as many of you can relate to, I've been doing a lot of eating out of boredom, eating out of stress, out of fear, out of concern, out of confusion. I kind of went back to my emotional eating ways. Um, and and I actually got up to 148. Okay, I'll say it louder. 148. So when I saw the scale was darn close to 150, that scared the heck out of me. And I got back on track. So I'm back down now to 144. So I'm still more than where I should be, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm back on track. And some days I do great, and other days I don't. And it's really funny because in my Facebook group, which is Debbie OMAD, we will do this together on Facebook. There's a group of folks that were doing alternate day fasting, and they posted yesterday and today, I think it was, about how they really haven't gotten rid of all their bad habits, and these folks have been doing it as long as I have, so they're not newbies. And I think that that just goes to prove, hey guys, we are human, okay? None of us are going to be perfect at this. If I was perfect at this, I'd be down to 120 by now, okay? But I'm not, because along the way, I've stumbled. I've had my days where I want carbs. I just want carbs. And I'll eat too many carbs. I'll have days where the kids are getting fast food. Well, I want fast food. I mean, and I cave. I do. Not as often as, say, I would have a year ago when I was living on nothing but garbage, but I still cave more often than I should, which is why I'm heavier than I want to be right now. And then those of you that have been watching, my thing is to work out in the pool because there's no impact. That's what the word I'm looking for. I'm always afraid of hurting myself because the older we get, the longer it takes to heal. So I'm always afraid of hurting myself when it comes to working out. So last year I discovered that I could work out at the pool, and it was so exciting, and I loved it, and I spent every moment that I wasn't at work in that pool. Well, of course, because of where we are right now in this world with this whole outbreak, the pool is closed. It's in the high 90s, hitting 100 this week, and I can't use the pool. Oh, needless to say, I'm not a happy girl. I'm really, really not, because for me, that's where I did the majority of my exercising. It really is because I felt the safest as far as not hurting myself. The cool thing about fasting, whether it's intermittent or OMAD, is exercise isn't that crucial until you start getting down to your goal weight. You start getting closer, and I'm 20, 25 pounds away. So things are getting saggy. You know, I need to tighten stuff up and work out. And my daughter bought an exercise ball, and we've been trying to do that now and again. Not consistent at all. It's kind of sporadic. Like one day we'll go, oh well, we really should, and we'll do it. And then 2 weeks will go by, and nobody will touch the darn thing. So yeah, and I'm sure all of you have some type of exercise or workout equipment sitting in your house that every now and again you get the motivation to use. But most times it's just kind of hanging out there. Well, that's us too. And like I said, I was so excited about being able to get back in the pool because it was warm enough, and no pool. So I'm a little, okay, more than a little upset about that. But hey, we have to do what we have to do, right? So I'm just hoping things start opening up here soon and I can get back in the pool because I know I'll drop a lot more weight once I can work out in the pool. So that's my goal. Oh, you might have noticed that my daughter Janelle is out with me today. She is actually out enjoying this beautiful warm weather, walking around, going to the parks and stuff like that. um, which is great. And I normally would have probably gone along, except instead of spending my time eating while we're all locked in, I have decided to improve my career and improve my skill levels. And I've been taking some online courses. So I'm kind of focused in on learning these days. So I figure, hey, we got to be locked in anyway. I can't use the pool, can't go anywhere, like out to eat or to a show or whatever. I might as well put this time to good use instead of sitting here watching the news, getting depressed and and freaking out about what's happening in the world. No, 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 no. That's why I was eating so much. And I know it. That's why I got back up to 148. But I'm down to 144. Let's be clear. But but I know that's why, because I was doing nothing but watching the news. And my work hours, you guys know I work from home, but my work hours have been slashed because things are shut down. So, I'm used to getting my full time work, and now I'm getting like 15 hours a week. So I have way too much time on my hands and nothing to do with that. So I was eating. So I'm not doing that now. Now I'm focused and I'm going to school. I'm busting butt here, learning all kinds of new stuff. Some of you know I work in IT and IT support and operations. Well, now I'm going to be more of a web developer and front end, back end. They call that full stack person. So that's what I'm going to try for. It's going to take me a while. It's not something you can learn overnight, but I'm on the path. I'm on the path. So, and at my age, you guys, I'm 57, okay? At my age, if I can learn new skills, programming skills, anybody can learn anything. Trust me, my memory is nothing like it used to be, but got time on my hands, so I might as well use it, right? I can already hear it. You guys are saying, well, you got all this time on your hands. Why aren't you working out? I would be if our pool was open, but the pool's not open. I know. I should be out walking. I should be. Shouldn't we all be doing? But and call it an excuse, call it whatever you want. I've decided to use this time to educate myself further. I know I'll do that and I'll follow through on it every day because I like learning. So, will I work out every day if I can't do it in the pool? Let's be real. I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to me. No, I know I won't. I know I won't. So, when you guys on my Facebook group were talking about not getting rid of your bad habits yet, and after all this time of fasting, they're rearing their ugly heads again, guys, we are living through a time so different from anything we've ever gone through. I mean, I'm 57 years old. I can't remember the economy ever being shut down like this on purpose. I mean, the millions of people out of work. Businesses closing up because even though, with the stimulus packages, the government's trying to help in whatever way they do, but it's not enough. I mean, the economy was just not made for this. So it's scary. And if all you do is watch the news, which I was guilty of for the last 3 weeks, it can really freak you out. It really can. It can really scare you. And I think most of us have that emotional eating issue that's always there. It's always an underlying thing, right? Over time, over the course of the year, I've been able to control it to most of the time, remembering my why. Why did I start this? Why am I doing this? I want a cookie, but why am I not going to allow myself to have one? Because I want to be here for my family, but I want to be healthy while I'm here for my family. So that why has overpowered the emotional response eating that I basically lived by most of my life. So, and like I said, it's not 100% accurate, it's not 100% effective, but it's effective enough of the time that I've only gained, 6, 7 pounds in this craziness that we're going through. And to be honest with you, If I didn't have that why, I'd probably be up 20 or 30 by now. I probably would. Just because that emotional eating is a really, really strong, strong drive. I mean, and especially when you're older and you've lived that way your whole life, it's really hard to change. Even after a year, it's still really hard to, it's always there. So I don't, one of the folks that was doing the alternate day fasting was talking about giving up, and don't do that. Don't do that. You've come this far. I mean, if you need to take a break, take a break. You need to, splurge and have your emotional eating day. Do it. Get it out of the way so it's not nagging at you and constantly running in the back of your head. And then the next day, get up and start again. That's all. That's all any of us can do. What's important is when we give in, when we cave, when we revert back to our old ways, that we recognize what we've done and why we've done it. So that the next day when we get up, we can start fresh. Because every day is a new day and it's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. And I swear to God, a hand to the Lord, I swear, that has saved me more times than I care to tell you over the course of this past year and 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is. There's been so many times where I've blown it. Oh my God, you guys. When I say blown it, I mean blown it out the window. But then I think about it, after I'm all full and happy and satisfied, I think, oh man, and then I feel guilty. So not only are you dealing with the emotional eating and that draw to eat, but then you do it and then you feel guilty. And it's like, oh, this is a no-win proposition. But you know what's crazy? When you get up the next day and you feel good and you're going to do it today and you set your mind, you make your mind up. As soon as you get up this day, I'm going to do it. I'm doing my 24, or for some of you, my 48, or for some of you, well, my 36 or 72. I've been known to do a couple 36s, done 148, and I've done a 72, and almost a 72, not complete. Um, but during all this, I'm thrilled when I make it to 24. Okay, I'm thrilled. But when you make it to 24 and you look at your timer, because I use a timer on my phone to track my time because it's real easy to forget or to confuse yourself. So I have a timer. But when I look at that and it actually says 24, or these days close to 24, that is such a sense of an accomplishment. It's a sense of pride. It's I really can do this. I really can't do this. And the more days that you can do that, the easier it is to say no to things that you wouldn't have before. And I know I feel like I'm on my soapbox, but I'm not because I failed too. Like I said, I'm at 144 today, and the only reason I'm at 144 today is because the scales got real close to 150, and it scared the crap out of me. And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going backwards. What am I doing? What am I doing?" And I needed to pull my head out of my butt, for lack of a better phrase, and make a decision. And I'll tell you, a big part of this is I stopped watching the news all day. You guys, you can't watch the news all day. You can't do it. I know we want to be informed, and I still do watch some news, some things um, in the evening, but I won't turn it on till the evening. I won't, because I'll tell you, nothing will send you running to that refrigerator faster than watching mainstream media right now. Good grief, man. Don't do it. Give yourself a break. We all know what's going on. We all know we're in lockdown. We all know that life is not what it ever used to be, but it's all right because we're going to keep going. Okay? We're going to keep going, and we're going to get better and better and better. So please, Sherry, don't quit. Give yourself that break if you need it, because God knows we all need it sometimes, girl. We all need it sometimes. And then get back right back into it, because I'll tell you, and you guys know, many of you on my Facebook group, again, Debbie, OMAD, we will do this together. Many of you know that feeling that when you actually done it, like you've been really busy and forgot all about eating, and then you realize how much time you've gone, you're like, wow. And you feel really good about that. Conversely, when your stomach's growling, you're bored, or you're stressed, or you're sad, or you're mad, or you're lonely, or you're craving social activities, and you turn to food. It feels good while you're eating it, but as soon as you're done and tummy's not growling anymore, you don't feel so good. Not only do you not feel good because you ate crappy food and your body's mad at you, but mentally you don't feel good either because you feel like a failure. You feel like, God, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just stop eating? I mean, oh, I could go on for days on this topic, you guys. I really could because I've lived it. I know it. And for the past year and 3 months, it's a daily battle. It isn't, these people that say once you start doing OMAD and you really get in the swing of it, after a couple months, it becomes a habit. That is true if you stick with it consistently for that couple of months and you never break it. But I don't know a whole lot of people that are able to do that. Sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't because I live in the real world and I am not going to come on this channel and blow smoke up you guys. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna. The reality is, I would be 110 looking anorexic if I had stuck to OMAD for that full year and 3 months. It's true. I'm down 70 pounds. Absolutely thrilled with that. Don't get me wrong. My doctor is thrilled with that too because my health has done a complete 180 and I feel good. But it took me this long because I am human. And I fell off the wagon numerous times over the course of the year, as we all have. I don't know many people that were 100% strict 100% of the time. I just don't. So when you crave something and you give in, stop and recognize that feeling of guilt. Because you know you're going to have it. You know you are. As soon as your tummy's full and that food's gone, you're going to feel guilty. Recognize it. Feel it. Live in it in that moment. Let it really consume you so that the next time you'll be more able and stronger to say no because you remember how bad that guilt felt. And we are, as people, we are great at forgetting the stuff that made us feel bad and only remembering how good it felt to eat that. We're all good at that, you guys. We are good at that. So let's remember the guilt that came with it and how crappy our bodies felt when we ate that garbage. That if we can really experience that and feel it to our core, it will help motivate the next time. It really will. And as I've always said, and will continue to say, know your why. Why are you doing this? If you don't have a why, all of these old habits, all of these crutches that we used to have will keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. And I'm not saying that knowing your why means they'll never come back, because they will. They'll rear their ugly head as we live our daily lives. But you want the power. You need something strong enough to overtake that, to override it, to become a more motivating factor, if you will. Again, my why was not only just to stay alive, which is a big enough motivating factor, trust me, but to stay alive and healthy because I don't want my kids to have to take care of me. I no, that is not something this girl could handle. Okay, so those are huge, 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 deep to the core. Why? Deep to the core. And that's what you need. You need to have that deep to the core, to the very soul of who you are. That kind of powerful why. If your why is just, oh, I don't know, I just want to look cute again. Get over it. That's not going to be strong enough. That is not going to be strong enough. If your why is, oh, my boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, spouse, significant other thinks that I've gained weight and I need to take. No, it's not going to be a strong enough why. You've got to have something that resonates with you, that comes from deep inside of you, something that's going to motivate you every time. Well, okay, that's going to motivate you most of the time. Most of the time. And I used to say, even if it's 80% of the time, you're ahead of the game. And that's so true, you guys. It's so True, my glasses keep falling off my face. I don't know. Anyways, so Janelle will be with us next week. She did do her weigh-in today, and she said she weighs the same as me, and I was kind of mad at that because I know she hasn't been fasting, but she's been in a lot of pain lately. She next week she has to go and have all four wisdom teeth pulled. I don't know if she'll be here on next Sunday's video or not. I might make her make an appearance just because I know she'll be home. I remember when I did that, I looked like a chipmunk. So she's got to have that done. It's kind of late in life, but they never really bothered her. She's 32, and she's got to get all four of these guys taken out. So she's a little nervous about that, which is why I think she's trying to keep her mind busy and she's out and about um, in nature. And I'm happy that she's doing that. Okay, so, wow, I went long today. Sorry. Had a lot to say. So get your whys. Get your whys. Get them. Understand them. Think, look deep. What do you want? What is it you want? Figure out your why. Give yourself a break. If you crash and burn for a day, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. Just get back on the horse. And when you do crash and burn and you cave in, feel that guilt. Feel it. Recognize it. Remember it. It will help motivate you. Okay, so I'm at 144 today. I'm happy with that. Absolutely thrilled. The world is still insane. We're still living in the twilight zone, and it's kind of trippy. I'm going to be honest. To drive around and see nothing open is just so weird. It's just so weird. And living in Vegas as I do, going down the strip, holy cow! It's literally Twilight Zone-ish, and I'm sure it is in you guys' towns too. So do me a favor, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we've gotten a few new subscribers this week. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I really, I get excited every time somebody new joins because it's like somebody else is on the path. Somebody else is trying to lose weight. And as I've said before, and we'll say again, you don't have to be doing OMAD. You don't have to be doing intermittent fasting. I don't care what you're doing, what path you've taken to lose weight and get healthy, you're welcome at this video, my YouTube channel, but also on Facebook. We will, Debbie OMAD, we will do this together because I don't care what your path is. You have to find what's right for you. You have to find something you can sustain and maintain for the rest of your life. And if you need support and you need a cheerleader, our group is the place to be because, wow, they're all so good at that. They really are. It's amazing. The support and the love and just the cheerleading and the, saying, hey, I've been there, done there, and I get it. So whatever your path is, even if you had weight loss surgery, because I know a few people that had gastric bypass and a couple lap bands. If you're doing any other kind of diet, but it's working for you or you're struggling, join us, please. Again, Debbie OMAD, we will do this together. And subscribe to my channel. And we will see you next week. Oh, I said last week that I was going to try to do a live, but then I started school. So all my free time is kind of taken now because I'm trying to learn and get smarter. So I'm working on that right now. So if I get time, I will try and do it, but we'll see what the week brings, okay? Love you all. Post below what your journey is. What's your way in today? How'd you do this week? It's okay if you went up a little bit. Don't beat yourself up. We are all living in crazy times, man. It's going to take us some time to get back to some sort of normalcy, if we ever do. I mean, the world may never be exactly the same as it was before all of this. So we have to adjust to that, right? We have to. We have to know that that's a thing, and we have to deal with it. Okay. So I'm done lecturing. I'll get off my soapbox. Post below, comment on Facebook. Love you guys so much. Remember, we are in this together. We will do this together. See you next week.